Hypertrophy Series Part 3. Today we'll be answering the question, what is time under tension? Do I need to have slow reps in order to build muscle? And if so, how do I apply that to my program? Keep it locked. What's going on, YouTube? It's Coach Bridges with Bridges Performance Training. I'm a strength and performance specialist here to help the everyday athlete get better one day, one rep at a time. Before we get started, drop a thumbs up to support the channel. Make sure your bell notifications are on so you never miss a video. And as always, if you find the content valuable, go ahead and share with a friend looking to take their strength and performance to the next level. If you have not yet checked out parts 1 and 2 of our hypertrophy series, when we talk about volume and intensity and which is more important, and the main components to putting in, I want you to go back and check that out so that you have a greater understanding of what we're going to be talking about today. And today we're going to be talking about the forgotten piece of that formula, which is time under tension. Time under tension, simply put, is how long your muscles are under mechanical load while exercising. Right? It's the simplest way for us to put it. So let's say I'm doing a bicep curl and I'm curling those dumbbells up or barbell up or whatever it is. As I perform that movement, my muscles are working. I'm causing stress to it the longer that I do it, and that's my time under tension. So if I do it for a 30-second set, if I do it for a 10-second set, or I do it for a 20-rep set, as long as it takes me to perform those exercises, then that's my time under tension. With that being said, there is an optimal range for time under tension in order to cause the greatest response when it comes to hypertrophy. And there's many studies that say that 40 to 70 seconds is an optimal range for hypertrophy training. Now, does that mean that every single set or every single rep has to be for 40 to 70 seconds for you to grow? No. Remember our other factors that we mentioned in part 1. We're looking at volume, exercise selection, and the intensity of it. So is it feasible that somebody can manage their 90% load of their 1 rep max for 70 seconds? Probably not. But are they creating a hard set like we talked about in part 2? Probably. So we have to look and play around with how we're implementing time under tension in our programming in order to build muscle. So let's say you're not one person who is going to load the bar or pick up heavy dumbbells in order to get to your hard set, or you have joint issues, or you just are a beginner exerciser. How do you implement time under tension to still help you build muscle? Well, there's a number of ways. One, we can do time sets. So you can do a 45-second set of something, and as you progress, you can build that up to 70 seconds and be able to use a lighter load, so a weight that you can do for 20 to 30 reps. That will still help you create enough stress on that muscle group in order to start to build muscle and create that response that your body is going to now start to lay down more muscle fibers in order to have your muscles grow. You can also use a moderate weight and use eccentrics and isometrics. So there's 3 phases to every single lift, and if you use a moderate weight, this is a great way to implement time under tension. So our 1 phase is eccentric phase. Eccentric phase is when you are lowering the weight and the weight is doing work on your muscle. So let's take a squat, for instance. When I'm going down in my squat, that's my eccentric phase, right? So I got the goblet squat, I got a barbell back squat, front squat, whatever it is. If you're lowering yourself in the squat, that is your eccentric phase. The weight is doing work on you and you have to control the weight. Then you have the isometric phase. That's when there's an equal amount of force between the weight that you're using and your muscle groups that is working against the weight. So take that squat, we go eccentrically down and we pause at the bottom, and let's say you do a 5-second hold at the bottom. That is your isometric phase. Then we have our concentric phase. That's when we're lifting the weight or when we're doing the work on the weight. So now we lower eccentrically, we pause isometrically, and then we come up. That's our concentric phase of our lift. Those are our 3 phases of our lifts. Now when we take those 3 phases and we add a time element to it, we can now put time under tension. So let's say, for instance, I do 10 reps at a 2 count down, 1 count pause, 2 count up. That's 5 seconds per rep, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 seconds per rep. and we go over 10 reps, that's 50 seconds that my muscles are now time under tension in my squat. And you can now use higher intensity, plus you have the right amount of volume, plus you have time under tension. You have this big collision of the elements that it takes to build muscle all in one set, one rep, one workout. So we want to look at those ways in order to do it. Now, let's say, for instance, you're somebody like me and you're more stimulated by lifting super heavy weight when it comes to 87% plus of your 1 rep max. You're probably not going to be able to hold that load for more than 30 seconds, even 20 seconds. Your set is probably finished. So what you want to do in that case is we want to always be able to focus on intensity, creating a hard set, or volume, meaning we get enough volume to stimulate muscle growth. Instead of just doing 3 sets, we want to probably hang around the 4, 5, 6 sets of our work if we're doing 4, 5, or 6 reps per set. And you want to be able to do your accessory exercises at a much lighter load than you are doing your compound exercises. And our accessory exercises are all exercises that are going to help us with better lifts, and our isolated joint movements such as bicep curls, leg curls, whatever it is that you're doing. Those are our accessory exercises, and those are the exercises that we can actually perform for 40 to 70 seconds in that optimal time under tension range with a much lighter weight, and still help us get that muscle growth while we're still getting stimulated for our strength. When we look at the athletes that are the most muscular and the most powerful and the strongest, we're not looking at athletes that are lifting slow and heavy. We're looking at athletes that are lifting moderate to heavy and really fast. So if you look at a track athlete, a sprinter, if you look at a football player, Olympic weightlifters, power lifters, strong men and women, these are all athletes who are looking to lift fast and heavy, but they're still getting their muscle growth because they're creating hard sets and they're stimulating enough stress to the muscle groups in the body to be able to get that muscle growth response. And then they do their what we call metabolic or time under tension work for their accessory lifts. So it all depends on who you are and what you're looking to do inside the gym. If you are looking to just be pretty in the gym and get those big pretty muscles, then sure, do time under tension, but make sure you're still hitting your hard set, get enough volume in. If you are looking to maximize your athletic performance or your everyday movement, your fitness, and your lifestyle, then it is not the absolute end all be all necessary to lift slowly, because you can still build muscle with lifting as fast as possible or at a moderate tempo. I hope that it cleared up some time under tension questions for you and how you should apply it to your programming. But if you're a next level athlete looking to gain an edge on a competition, or a everyday athlete looking to maximize their fitness and performance in the gym, but you just still can't figure out how to put all the things that we cover on this channel together for yourself and optimize your results, go ahead and hit me up on IG or at thebubrand.com/BPT and check out the programs that I have. My next level program is a custom program designed just for you with nutrition coaching, take you from A to Z with the exact goals set for you in mind. And my everyday athlete program is a generalized program that anyone can follow, regardless of ability level, that's going to cover all aspects of fitness, from strength to body composition to mobility and performance. Both programs are designed to keep you fit and ready for everyday life, as well as take on the challenges that the competition in your sport brings against you. So go ahead and hit me up for that. You already know, if you find this content valuable, please share with a friend looking to take their fitness and performance to the next level. And as always, outwork the you from yesterday and put pressure on the you from tomorrow, so you can look back and see how far you come. Get better one day, one rep at a time.